Yeah.
Get up at 4:30, go straight into an ice cold shower. You're gonna become like, I don't know, this is some crazy hustle stuff. You're like getting up really early and doing all these things. That's great.
What, what can I say? What can I say? I mean, the only thing is I'm a bit scared about tonight though, because it's Friday, and as always, there is something to do or something or the other to do on a Friday
Yeah.
night. And I really get scared because I still have to wake up at 4:30. But if I'm getting home at 12 or even 1, it just gets so tough. And then I'm on day 26. I don't want to break my streak so close to the finish line. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to start from zero again.
How do you manage the like only getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep?
So on Saturdays and Sundays, I allow myself to fall back asleep after waking up at 4:30.
Mm.
I'll get up at 4:30, and if I feel like it, I'll the point is getting the reps of waking up, getting out of bed, and just putting yourself into a conscious state from a sleepy state.
Mm.
That's the tough part. And so at that moment, if I really want to, I can go back out and start my day, or I can go back to bed. So some days I allow myself, like weekends or like today, if I'm going out. So then tomorrow probably I'll get up at 4:30, be awake for about half an hour, then go back to sleep, get another couple of hours, and then start my day. So but it is rough because it's not like you're getting your continuous couple of hours, which is ideal. So this
Mm.
isn't ideal what I'm doing. Or this is basically just me trying to be hardcore for 45 days so I can get into this habit, like a mental reset in a way. And then definitely I won't follow this for after 45 days. I intend to be much more relaxed, especially on days if I'm going out, then just, adjust the hours a little bit here and there.
Yeah. How much sleep do you get per night so far?
About 6 to 7 hours.
Oh, that's pretty good considering that you get up really early. So you go to bed at like what, 10, 11?
Lights out usually by 8:30 p.m.
8:30. Wow. Yeah.
And now I'm in bed by 9:30, maximum 10 p.m. I'm
Yeah.
fast asleep.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just not, you can't stay up past that and then expect to get up at 4:30 and still be functioning okay.
No, absolutely not. Yeah. So do you kind of have you found that it increases the amount of time that you have to get things done during the day? Like, has it increased your productivity as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I get up at 4:30, takes me about half an hour to just freshen up. I like to have a cup of tea in the morning. And then I sit down at around 5:15, and I just work for 2 hours or so. And
Mm.
those 2 hours are as good as 4 hours in the afternoon.
Mm.
Um, it's just been the times I have woken up consistently around 4 in my life have been the most productive periods of my life. And
Mm.
so I just wanted to get back into that. It's
Is
it's
it?
like,
Yeah. Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
No, I was just saying it's like it's completely dark out. Everybody else is sleeping. Nobody is going to message you at that hour because they're sleeping as well. And so it's like those few hours of complete solitude that you get.
Mm.
And some days I might just get up and not do anything. Like I'll just have a cup of tea and I'll just look out of the window and just think about stuff. But it's not a productivity hack really. If you have a lot of stuff going on, it's a great way of getting some work done and getting a jump on your day. But for me, it's more, I'm trying to make it more of a lifelong habit rather than something like a project. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were saying
What?
something.
No, yeah, my first question was, do you do you think that the amount of work that you get done in a day has increased because of this? Or is it kind of, or is this just you shifting your schedule to just for any reason? Like, has it improved your productivity?
It has. It
How
definitely
come?
has. Um,
Is
because
it
like I
the
said,
solitude?
I would have to work 4 hours to get the same amount of work done that I get in the morning hours.
Mm.
It's completely focused work, no distractions. It's way more productive, and it allows you to get your priority one tasks done before the day even starts. So you start your day with a win. And then, because, like our schedule is, we go out to uni, we meet friends, or let's go out, have a pint, and then a few hours go out there. There's always something or the other going on. So I find that the solo work, really, when I talk about work, I'm talking about solo work, not group work. That is something that gets it just goes by the wayside if you
Mm.
put that off for later in the day, because you're talking to people, you get distracted, your mind, and also your mind isn't as sharp as it is right in the morning after you've woken up. So yeah, it definitely did help my productivity.
Have you tried doing the opposite? So working super, super late.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not a night owl. So
Okay. Yeah.
that's what I say to people who ask me, should we do the same thing? I just say that it completely depends on when you think you are the most productive.
Yeah.
A lot of people get energy from working at midnight and then working till 4 a.m. and then going to sleep late. I mean, that's great if that works for you. This is just what works for me. That's all. It's not
Yeah.
a prescription, really.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been curious to try that because for me, I found that working really late works. Just because I also I think everyone honestly gets distracted really easily these days. But I found that for myself as well. And it being a problem sometimes. So working really late, for example, is the time when you can just focus on whatever you're doing instead of having any distractions. But it's
Yeah.
also, I feel like a lot of people stay up really late and their schedule gets messed up exactly because of that, but they're not doing it consciously, so they don't actually utilize the time. So for example, like if you're staying up really late to do work and you know that you're going to stay up to do work because you're focusing on it and you know you're having a bit like kind of an easier time focusing when you're awake, it's going to be much more useful than your schedule getting delayed all the time, like your basically daily rhythm getting delayed all the time because you stay up really late doing stuff, but it's just your mind kind of taking the time that it needs to actually focus on one specific thing. But then the one thing is usually just scrolling on your phone or something because you're not doing it consciously. So it's kind of being aware that your brain needs the time to kind of the quiet time
Yeah.
is I think a step towards being more productive, be it in the morning or late at night. But
Yeah.
just kind of so it's but it's interesting to I think try out both and kind of find out which one works better because I've kind of tried the getting up early, but for me it hasn't been 4:30. It's been 6:30 or something like that or 6. But I had a hard time kind of sticking to it first time. But I think doing it a bit earlier would be very useful because you get a bit more time in the morning to actually do the stuff that you need. Because if you kind of half-ass it and do it at 6:30 or something, a lot of people get up at 6:30, and it's not enough because you already have to start all the other things because everyone else is up already. So 4:30 sounds like a good plan. Maybe I'll try that next summer or something.
Try it out. Give yourself a 45-day challenge like I
Yeah.
did. Welcome to the misery. Yeah.
Sounds
Put
wonderful.
yourself through some pain.
Yeah.